बन्धनात् मृत्युर्मोक्षे यमामृतात् मृत्युर्मोक्षे यमामृतात् मृत्युर्मोक्षे यमामृतात्।
कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियैर्वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृते स्वभावात् करोमि यज्ञान् सकलं परस्मै नारायणायेति समर्पयामि नारायणायेति समर्पयामि। ॐ भगवते मृडाग्नये नमः। पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ सर्वं वै पूर्णकं स्वाहा ॐ सर्वं वै पूर्णकं स्वाहा ॐ सर्वं वै पूर्णकं स्वाहा। ॐ वसोः पवित्रमसि शतधारं वसोः पवित्रमसि सहस्रधारं देवस्वा सविता पुनातु वसोः पवित्रेण शतधारेण सत्वा कामदुक्षः स्वाहा। ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मोक्षे यमामृतात्। विसर्जनं गच्छ गच्छ सुराश्रेष्ठा स्वस्थाने परमेश्वरा यत्र ब्रह्मादयो देवा तत्र गच्छाहुताशना यान्तु देवगणा सर्वे पूजामादाय मामके इष्टकामसमिद्धर्थं पुनरागमनाय च पुनरागमनाय च पुनरागमनाय च। बोलिए श्री यज्ञ नारायण भगवान की जय। ओम तत्सत् श्री ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु।
गोविंद बोलो हरि, गोपाल बोलो गोविंद
बोलो हरि, गोपाल बोलो
राधा रमण हरि गोविंद बोलो राधा रमण
हरि गोविंद बोलो हरि
राधा रमण हरि गोविंद बोलो राधा रमण
हरि गोविंद बोलो
हरि बोल
हरि
हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल
हरि बोल हरि बोल
ओ हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल
हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल
गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल बोलो
गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल बोलो
राधा रमण हरि गोविंद बोलो
राधा रमण हरि गोविंद बोलो
राधे राधे राधे
राधे
राधे
राधे राधे
राधे
राधे राधे
कृष्ण कृष्ण
कृष्ण
कृष्ण
कृष्ण कृष्ण
कृष्ण कृष्ण
कृष्ण कृष्ण
सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सगाई
सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सगाई
सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सगाई
सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सगाई
दुर्योधन को मेवा त्याग्यो
दुर्योधन को मेवा त्याग्यो
सागर विदुर घर खाई सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सगाई
सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सगाई
सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सगाई
सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सगाई
प्रेम के बस अर्जुन रथ हाक्यो
प्रेम के बस अर्जुन रथ आक्यो
भूली गए ठकुराई
हरि बोल
सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सगाई
सबसे ऊंची प्रेम सगाई
सबसे ऊंची कृष्णा कृष्णा
कृष्णा
हरे हरे ओ
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे
ओ हरे राम हरे राम 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 हरे हरे हो
हरे राम राम हरे हरे हो
ओ हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे हो
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे
ओ जय मां गंगे जय मां गंगे
गंगे
जय मां गंगे
गंगे
जय मां गंगे हो
जय मां गंगे जय मां गंगे जय मां गंगे जय मां गंगे
ओ जय मां गंगे
गंगे
जय मां गंगे
गंगे
जय मां गंगे
गंगे
जय मां गंगे हो
जय मां गंगे जय मां गंगे जय मां गंगे जय मां गंगे
ओ हर हर गंगे हर हर गंगे
गंगे
हर हर गंगे
गंगे
हर हर गंगे ओ हर
हर हर गंगे हर हर गंगे हर हर गंगे ओ हर हर गंगे
ओ गंगे माँ गंगे माँ गंगे माँ
गंगे
गंगे माँ गंगे माँ
गंगे गंगे गंगे
हे माँ हे माँ हे माँ हे माँ
हे मां हे मां हे मां हे मां
हे माँ हे माँ हे माँ हे माँ
हे मां हे मां हे मां हे मां
शालो 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 शालो
शालो शालो शालो शालो
शालो शालो शालो शालो
शालो शालो शालो शालो
हरियो 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 हरियो
हरियो हरियो हरियो हरियो
बोले सर्वेश्वर भगवान की, गंगा मैया की, भारत माता की, धरती माता की, हर हर महादेव।
Param Pujya Swami Ji, all of our beautiful sisters and brothers from all across the nation and all across the world, it's always such a great honor and joy to be able to welcome our global family here to the holy banks of Mother Ganga, to Parmarth Niketan's sacred Yagna and Aarti ceremony. And it's so beautiful because although the ceremony takes place in Sanskrit or in Hindi, whether the mantras or the prayers, although so much of it is so foreign to those of us who were born and raised not in India or not of an Indian family. But nonetheless, night after night, 365 days a year with no low season, it draws people of every culture, of every walk of life, of every religion, of every language. Because there's a power here, a power in the energy that is beyond language, that is beyond borders of religion or race, that is beyond what our intellectual brains may process as a language we understand, but that actually goes straight into our hearts, straight into the depth of our soul, our spirit, and that brings about the transformation in our lives that so many of us are looking for, consciously and not even consciously. All over the world, as we accomplish more and achieve more and buy more and more, we're left nonetheless with a greater and greater experience of emptiness, a greater and greater experience of lack of meaning in our lives. And so year after year, we see more and more people from all over the world turn to India. But not just for good shopping in Delhi and Mumbai, not just for, IT needs in the tech sector, but turning toward the spiritual world of India, coming to the holy banks of Mother Ganga, coming to Rishikesh, coming to Aarti. Because we recognize on some very deep level that which I'm lacking isn't something I'm going to buy or order or download or shop for, but it's actually something from within. That in this sacred land, in this sacred energy, through the sacred rites and rituals and ceremonies and teachings and truths that are universal, whether we chant Hari Om, whether we chant Shalom, whether we chant anything else, the teachings are universal. And so we keep coming, and it keeps drawing more and more people who are more and more touched and transformed to this land, to this sacred land of transformation, to which for thousands of years the sages and the saints and the rishis have been coming. And to be able to be here in the lap of the Himalayas, on the banks of Ganga, performing the sacred ritual, but also in Pujya Swamiji's divine presence, with his blessings, with him leading us to that place of transformation within ourselves, is the greatest blessing. And that's also what draws so many people to this land, is to bring light to us, to show us the light within ourselves, to bring forth that light of us from us. There was a very, very beautiful saint who, unfortunately, I never had the divine pleasure, divine blessing to meet personally, but who for almost 25 years since I first came to India and came to Pujya Swamiji's holy feet, he was speaking about, and that was the divine mother saint of Anandamayi, who lived in this sacred land in Haridwar, bringing such light, such presence, such teaching, such truths, such inspiration to so many. Today we have with us a beautiful disciple, devotee of hers, who has just written a book on her teachings, on the teachings of Anandamayi. So many books, so many teachings, and yet of the saints and the sages, it's never enough. Because who knows which one word, which one image, which one story, which one glimpse is going to be that will spark our awakening, that will spark our transformation. And so here on the banks of Mother Ganga today, we have a special launching, a special inauguration of a beautiful new book titled Being in Love with the Divine Mother, Anandamayi. And what's beautiful about that is, of course, it's being in love with her as the Guru. But when we are in love with the Guru, it's not about just being in love with the Guru. It's about, through the Guru, experiencing that love of the divine. How the Guru's love of the divine propels us toward love of the divine. So we are also being in love with, meaning in the company of, in the satsang of the Guru. So those two meanings and so many more. And it's so beautiful also because in the Kirtan, this devotional chanting that Pujya Swamiji leads us in each night, there's that beautiful line that we sing, the refrain, that says, Sabse unchi prem sagai. The highest form of love is love for the divine. And that love is what the Guru brings into our lives. Through the Guru, we love the divine. And with the Guru, we love the divine. So I will ask Swami Nityanand Giriji, who has been associated with Anandamayi since her birth, to present this beautiful book of love here on the banks of Ganga to Pujya Swamiji. And let's give her a very big round of applause for the beautiful compilation of these moments and teachings and stories of such a beautiful divine presence here on the holy banks of Mother Ganga. And she's presenting the book, and Pujya Swamiji has offered her our signature gift, the Rudraksh sapling, a tree sapling of the sacred Rudraksh tree, because the real gifts are those that keep giving. And trees give and give and give. They give life, they give water, they give oxygen. And so a book of teachings that brings us spiritual life, and a sacred sapling that brings life to Mother Earth. In love with the Divine Mother. Sab prem se taliya baja dein ke liye. Beautiful. And as always, it's a joy to also invite you to join us immediately following this sacred Aarti ceremony inside Parmarth Niketan ashram in Pujya Swamiji's beautiful garden, where we have our evening satsang, the spiritual question and answer session in English, with meditation and beautiful devotional chanting. That's in Pujya Swamiji's garden, right next to the satsang room in Parmarth Niketan, right after this beautiful sacred Aarti. The tree is just light.
एक मिनट
and a sacred shawl for Sadhvi Bhagawati ji as well. And a special gift also made from cow dung, cow urine, and incense. It's incense made from cow dung and cow urine.
एक मिनट और मैं प्रार्थना करूंगा ask her to bless the audience and say a few words about Ma.
Jai Ma, Jai Ma. Has anybody heard of Ma Anandamayi over here? Oh, wonderful, wonderful. It's like, we talk about our mother. We have our biological mother, right? But how long is she permanent with us? She's with us today, not here tomorrow, right? So have you ever questioned who's your real mother? Who's your permanent mother? And she's always with you. And that's what I'm talking about Ma Anandamayi. She was not a guru, she was not a saint, she was not a devotee, she wasn't a bhakt, she was nothing. She always said, I am nobody's guru. When there is a relationship of Atma, when the soul is one,